over again in my life, and that is why I succeed. Again, this is very interesting, his perspective. So if I were thinking about what I learned from this article, it would be to never give up and believe in yourself. Because failures will eventually lead to success. And that is because you are continuing to learn from your mistakes to your output succeed. Okay, success. Okay, so that is what we will do for day one. On day one, the student's job is going to be to read and then annotate what they see here. And as you can see, we were using the steps right from the Inkthink process, going through to make sure that anything that's on here, we've actually done it, and we've proved our thinking by writing in the margins. For this week on day two, students will have to answer questions, and that is, how does Miranda's experience failing at karate affect her choices described in the article, and then use 2 details from the passage to support it. That is the reason that we had to number the paragraphs, because you want students to be able to answer these questions and then tell you specifically where in the article they found support for it. So it doesn't mean the answer is right in the article. It means that there is evidence in that article that lead me to a certain conclusion. So I want to just write down here to remember to add the paragraph numbers. That's very important. So that will be all they do on day two, a reread of the article and then day two's question. On day three, they will read the article again, and this day is mostly focused on the words that were in darkened print throughout the article. They've already interacted with that some, but this time they will also kind of define those words and then give a personal sentence that discusses how those words relate to them. On the next day, they have a quote from the article, and they're asking the students to discuss how this contributes to the development of the theme in the article. So you might want to also remember to ask them, what is theme? Or make sure that they understand what is theme. You might want to describe that to them. Remember that theme is the lesson or a moral in a story, and that's a very simple definition. It's much deeper than that if you look at how to define it. But you're looking at what is the theme, and their job is to give 2 details, again, with the paragraphs, explaining how they got support. And then on the last day, it talks about those 2 different people, the naturally resilient person and the person who is less resilient. Their job is to talk about what type of individual they are and to give examples in complete, well-written paragraphs. So this will be what you work with your students on for week 1 of the article. I do want to give a shout out to 7th grade social studies. They have already come up with their own articles and created a choice board where students are able to make selections about what the activities are that they're going to engage in for the week. I think that that's excellent. I do want to give you a few non-negotiables. The first one is that the students must annotate and give explanations for their annotations. They must answer some comprehension questions, and there needs to be a place where the kids can actually summarize what they've read. I would also ask that you disengage from any drawing or coloring activities for the article's purposes, so I appreciate that. I'm sure there are going to be questions about how we go through this process, and I would love to entertain those with you. The purpose of this activity or this video actually was to get you started on how you can do it and hopefully address some of the questions that you have. But certainly if you have additional questions, don't hesitate to talk with me or to talk with your grade level administrator. Again, Happy New Year. Thank you.